Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 11th June of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Today we're going to talk about one single topic, and then we're going to take a look at two games that are currently available for free. But first, let's talk about that one topic, and that is GameStop's stupid ass tweet. So if you don't know what happened exactly, and I don't want to talk about E3, but yes, everybody knew that Battle Royale announcements were going to come at E3. And one of those that were made fun out of was a FIFA Battle Royale mode, which obviously isn't happening, just to clarify. But people were making fun out of this because everybody expected to just be jumping onto the hype train of Battle Royale, including EA, and they did. We're going to talk more about that on Wednesday. We're going to have a special episode of the podcast with me and Tygergamer on E3 in general. But it also came to Madden. And then people started making jokes about Madden Battle Royale. If you don't know, Madden is the game that essentially is American football in the gaming world. And then GameStop came out and started to be dumb. So what happened first is GameStop tweeted, "Madden 19 looks good. Frostbite engine is something special and helped elevate the franchise." Then Pokemon Let's Go Binary tweeted at them, "Is this game going to have a Battle Royale mode?" And this is where somebody at GameStop had a really bad idea. And he tweeted, "If it does, we got dips on Ray Rice." If you don't know who Ray Rice is a former NFL player who has a bit of a criminal history, let's say. In February 2014, Ray Rice and his fiancée, now wife, Jana Pelmer, were both arrested and charged with assault, with the video leaked by TMZ. And yeah, it was showing as the professional football player dragged out Palmer out of the elevator following an altercation that appeared to have them left both unconscious. Rice was later indicted with third-degree aggravated assault. And yeah, eventually the charges were dropped and Rice agreed to undergo some court-martialed supervision, counseling, or whatever. You know how it goes with these sort of cases. Obviously, his contract was terminated, and NFL was forced to think about domestic violence. And many people have found this tweet to be in very bad taste. And I agree with them. This was a dumbass idea, especially in this day and age where if you say something dumb on social media, it gets immediately used against you. And somebody doing this on their personal account would probably have their lives ruined. And somebody doing this on a company's account, that's just a big problem. Just how the fuck do you think this will be a good idea? I'm not saying he shouldn't have been allowed to tweet this. I stand firmly on my stance on free speech. But was he really not seeing this coming? That's the part I'm baffled by. Like, man, seriously? Really? This guy's probably out of the job. He will be very lucky to ever get a job as a social media spokesperson for any company in the world. He's probably having to rethink his whole career at this moment, or hers. And deservedly so. If you're in charge of such a high-profile Twitter account as GameStop is, especially when E3 is happening, many people will be actually looking at GameStop's Twitter account as well. You deserve to be fired, and you deserve to lose your career because you've made a really, really, really bad choice. I just completely baffled. Either way, I hope it doesn't ruin this guy's or gal's life forever. But more than likely, it will. Let's be frank about that. Probably this person will have big problems finding a job inside their selected field of career, which is communication, most likely. They will probably have to go away from their probably middle-class lifestyle, get a job at like a factory or something like that, and just work it all again. All the progress they made up until this point has been lost. So this is not only a piece of news about this, but it's also sort of a warning. Be very careful what you post on social media, because we live in a day and age where anything you say will be used against you. It's almost like you're in a permanent court of law. Always think about what you're saying and be very wary of whether you're using your own personal account or whether you're using a company account. If you're on your personal account, I will say you're dumb, you shouldn't have done this, but nothing should happen to you because it's your opinion and you have the right to say this. But if you're speaking off a company's account, well, that's a completely different case. You're not speaking for yourself, you're speaking for a company. And if you're doing that, you need to be very careful with what you're saying so you don't go against any of the company's, let's call it, ethical standards. Because if you do, you'll get fired and your career will be ruined. Okay, that's all on this topic. Let's actually look at some good news. So, 2 games have been released as free-to-play games just today or yesterday. The first one is LawBreakers. First-person shooter or third-person shooter? I think it's a third-person shooter if I remember correctly. Where you play as a fighter with guns in low-gravity environments. It's tried to compete against Overwatch. It flopped massively. Its creator, Blazinski, sadly, essentially quit his game developer career over this because he realized, man, maybe I'm a good developer, but I'm a bad manager. And the game was originally available for $30, but right now, at least on Steam, it is available completely for free, so I suggest you just go and try it out. I personally didn't find it entertaining, but maybe you will. And if you're a PlayStation player, as far as I know, at the moment, it is still there for $30, but it seems that it will change in the coming days, so don't buy it now, wait a few days, you will get it for free, and maybe you will find it fun, maybe you won't, who knows. And the second game that is available for free is actually a game I would love to recommend to all of you. It is a first-person shooter roguelite, the best one I've ever played to this date, called Ziggurat. You have until Wednesday to pick this one up for free. Once Wednesday's passed, it will again be available for money, so go to GOG right now, add it to your games, download it, and enjoy the shit out of it. Seriously, there isn't a better first-person shooter roguelite at the moment. The closest one to it is probably Immortal Redneck, But if you prefer fantasy weapons, if you prefer magic, Ziggurat is definitely your choice. It's sort of inspired by games like Hexen or Painkiller, but in a completely procedurally generated environment, tons of different upgrades, and it is very hard to beat. I mean, very hard. I've spent at the very least 60, maybe 70 hours in Ziggurat, and I've enjoyed every single second I've played it. So again, go pick it up right now. It's available only until Wednesday for free on GOG as part of their GOG summer sale, which has some other cool items on sale, like Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition for just $5, or Owlboy just for $15. Or another game I would totally recommend you check out if you're a fan of classic RPGs, that is LX. As far as I know, most of the bugs have been somewhat fixed. Yeah, but there will still be bugs. But if you love the storytelling of Piranha Bytes, you will love LX, which is currently available just for 21 bucks. And that's a good price for the hundreds of hours of fun it will give to you. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are a source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.